So recently, a Nollywood actor, Angela Okori, shared some nuggets on Instagram saying, inheriting people's enemies make you a fool. According to her, inheriting people's enemies is not a sign of loyalty, but foolishness. What do you think about this?
I remember when I was in the university, I had this friend who we usually fight all the time, but she was loyal to the core. Because I remember there was an incident that happened in class. That was after I contested for Face of Delsu. Then I won that. The first one I did, I didn't win. Most Beautiful Girl in Delsu. Then I did Face of Delsu, which I won. So some people were now in my department, political science. They were talking about me, and some girls were like, she's not even fine, she's not even fine. With that tiny, tiny pimple on her face, she's not even fine, you know? So my friend was there, and she bought the fight. This is somebody I wasn't even speaking to at that time because she got me upset, so we weren't talking. She bought the fight, she fought the fight and everything. It was later on I heard, somebody came to tell me that, that your friend, a loyalist too, the way she bought your matter and everything. So when we now reconciled, and I said, we were not talking at the time, you were fighting for me. And she said, once you're my friend, I'm a loyal person. They can't be talking about you, you know, where I am. And I don't jump in to defend you because you're my friend.
We just like for?
No, for me, that's how she sees her life. But I wouldn't quickly jump into, if you insult my friend, I will talk about, I will, you know, have that with you. You can't talk about my friend when I'm there. But I won't buy the matter. Let's take, for instance, you are having a fight and then I decide to take a side. When I'm not in the business, I don't know what transpired. I don't know who's at fault. I won't buy that fight. I think it's...
That means you just distinguish, because I was getting confused.
Okay. Yes.
So to inherit enemies is different from defending loyally.
Yes.
So that's what you said, something I would easily do. I've done it in the past. But what I would not do is, for instance, you have an issue with Morayo. I know Didier. I waka come. Now look at that. I don't even like this Morayo. They said that her neck used to shake like this. I bet let me join the people that her neck are standing straight. That's inheriting something you never knew. You didn't know what happened. You've not heard this side. You were not in the story. How do you determine who is guilty, who is innocent? You just carry enemy. So I have been a victim of this. And there were posts, if you go on my social media page, I'm sure maybe till 2017, you see posts, 2018, posts addressing this particular person. Because I just noticed, I continue to make the effort. I usually do deliberately to be good to that person, even though I knew there were issues with her. And then I found out later that if we sit down and put it on the table, there were no issues. And then she just kept reporting. The way she looks at me is rude. The way she walks around me, she's rude. I said, okay. Then finally she links it to the issue she had with that person in the past. I said, okay, oh, madam, you just buy market. Because now I don't want to have anything in this world to do with you, maybe in another world. Because I don't understand how you were not in that picture. You've not heard my own side of the story. You buy markets. You want, now. And then I said, this issue that you have inherited, I hope you are ready to carry it. Because the other person never chopped the consequence that you have just bought.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Let me come to you.
I'm a ride or die. That's me. That's how I am. My friend, I will ride with you. I'll die for you. That is how I know it. And that is what friendship is about. And really, no justification. I am loyal to the core. So I'm not loyal when it comes to criminal activity, murder. Don't call me. I will not be loyal in that case. But I am. And for me, that is what friendship is about. So that's why when people say they have lots of friends, I'm like, do you know what friendship is required of you? That you have so many people that you can be friends with. So the way I see it is, I can have a friend who has a problem with someone else. And if there's an ongoing fight at that point, and I think my friend is wrong, the most you hear me say is, but why are you talking to her like that? You know, then I'll call you aside and say, what you did was wrong. But I will not sit down there in the middle of everybody while you're having a disagreement with your so-called enemies. I don't believe in that, but, you know, someone that you're not in good terms with, and be trying to judge case between who's right, who's wrong. I'm your friend, full stop. I take you to the side later and say, you know, the way you did it or what you did is wrong. Inheriting enemy. So my friend, I came into this relationship with my friend. We're friends, and then there's somebody that she doesn't talk to. I don't talk to you. Oh. I don't know you.
Oh.
If it's a problem between, let me say my own now, madam.
Let me come to Nima.
So
Nima,
wait, let me just finish one last scenario. But if I have friends, okay, Mariah and Nima are having issues. I'm friends to both of them. Wait now, let me land. Okay. I'm friends to both of them. That is different. I can pick it, I'll pick the side of truth. But my friend and someone I do not know, I don't know you.
So personally, I come from a very large family, and we're somewhat dysfunctional. So, my mum, I think my mum and her sisters have always had like a very tempestuous relationship. And we, as the children, we've tried as much as possible to not get involved with her and her sisters and their bickering. And sometimes she comes to us and see what your auntie said, see what your auntie did. And I'm like, she's your sister. Based on the tempestuous relationship my mum and her sisters had, I think it kind of like transcended to us, the younger ones. And my cousins, we all had some type of dysfunctionality going on among us. But I think with the way that my mum is, and I think we took this, me and my sisters took this for my mum, regardless of the bickering and all the arguing and all the issues that they all had, my mum tries as much as possible to keep relationships with every single one of them. So I wouldn't say that I don't inherit her enemies, that's for one, regardless if they're blood or not. And then the same thing with my cousins, regardless of how problematic our relationship is. I try as much as possible to be cordial and accepting of them regardless.